Or greenhouse, no, greenhouse. Mumara. Hả? Thôi là sao cô mà?
Đừng quên lại sao? Lên quên gì lại sao?
Kì nhá là. Lên đây, ta có blue tao mày à? Ta có blue thu mày cái này. Khóเลยkhó. Nó mùi mà. Lên, khó có bò.
Nó với nhị tốt ở đâu? Đấy nhị tốt đó.
Nhị tốt.
Nó. Nhà mẹ bùi chả bốn nhị tốt đây.
Ấy nhị tốt. Nhị tốt.
Đang mở qua đây hoạt rồi.
Lên nhị tốt, có nhị tốt nhỉ? Đấy nhị tốt.
Tại cái này là cái lơ, tại cái này đó mà cái bản đó mà. Nhị tốt khó.
Ta cái này cái đó greenhouse lắm á. Màu đó là bắt đu đó là megla là page phơi. Bắt đu đó megla page phơi lo điว่าตัวđóอยู่đóอยู่ว่ามั้งตาโกค่าตาคลิกค่าตาจูค่าเล่นๆเตเลบเกเล่นๆวะนะเตเลบเกเล่นๆเตเลบเกบอกพบกันเลยไม่เหรอเราก็พบกันจะไม่ได้แต่ถ้าใครไปแฮวิวอยากไปได้ไม่ได้หรอวิวตะกับปลาดิแฮวิวกับปลาดิตั้งเลี้ยวแล้วกันกับปลาเราว้าน่าตัวโปรเลอเมริกาเหรอดับบัวเลยนักวันน่าตัวโปรเลอเมริกาเล่นเนี่ยสวยโบThank you baby you so much สวยโบเลอเมริกาฮะเล่สวยโบแต่ละการเนี่ยคิดกูที่ดอกเต้ก็กินยาละตะก้าวรำดาละฮะไอ้พอเต้ขี้พอเต้ขี้พอโตกี้มั้งก็แล้วพอโตกี้อ่ะก็แล้วพอเต้ขี้
พอเราเล่นเนี่ย
พอเราเลยตะคลื่นใหญ่
พอเราเล่นพี่เจ้าตลอด
เลยอะไรกรีฮอเนี่ยตาโอ้โซ่หรอโอ้เด็กเคลื่อนโคเนี่ยตาโคแกเคลื่อนอ่ะฮะตาโคแกเคลื่อนไหมวะเนาะตาโคแกเคลื่อนรุ่นเราแล้วตาใครเกยข้าเกยชื่อเกยทุ่งหัวเนี่ยไอ้ตาใครเกยทุ่งอ่ะเกยทุ่งอันเล่นเนี่ยตะคุยอันไหนยาทุ่งตาใครยาทุ่ง
ไอ้แต่หมอบลง
ฮะ
แต่หมอบลง
ตาใครหมอบลงตาใครหมอบลงแต่หมอบลง
ใช่ก่อนเรากันเลย
ตาคำดารุฟ้าละ
นี่อยู่จากกันเล่นมีสาวอ่ะ
เล่นเนี่ยที่หล่อชูที่หล่อชูนั่นเนี่ยที่หล่อชูเล่นโกจีโอ้เว้ยตาใครเนี่ยเปลโก้อ่ะเปลโก้ทูเลยเนี่ยเปลโก้ไอ้เปลโก้เลยเนี่ยเปลโก้นูฮะ
ดอกกาที่กูดอกเลยอ่ะ
ดอกกาขี้กูดอกเนี่ยดอกกาขี้กูดอก
เที่ยวมันเนี่ย
เนี่ยที่หล่อชู
ตัวไป
แต่ก็โอ้ยนะ มือรอดอ่ะแต่ทุแต่ตั้งแต่หมอแล้วเนาะหมอทั่วนี่อ่ะหมอซ่านี่อ่ะแกหมออ่ะเล่นในคนเดียวแต่หมอเนี่ยแต่เล่นในคนเนี่ยแต่คนเดียวแต่เล่นในคนหมอ
ini dah nampak berkarbi lah. Awak tanya coklat ni lah.
ไอ้โดนกาดมือละ
Mau tu bila kai.
มือละมึงเลยเท่าตาพอกูเนี่ยอันนี้แต่ละข้อแต่
Ini lah udah bila.
ซึ่งก็ซิมได้ละ
Hai, tapi kai ni lah. Dah dua lah kok.
เล่นในปอกเซ่วะเนาะเล่นในปอกเซ่เล่นในอย่าพาปอกเซ่เนี่ยปอกเซ่เนี่ยอันนี้ปอกเซ่เวลาป่ะตะกูกอดคนเนี่ย
Tak pakai hoya.
ปอกเซ่หมอปอกเซ่เนี่ยไอ้ปอกเซ่ละกูเอ้ฮะปอกเซ่หมอ
Kau cigo ni ya.
这个ซิม的了เนาะพอไหมตะไคร้
Kau udah dah kan ni.
ฮะ
Kau udah.
ซื้อบอลอ่ะ
Kau dah keluar.
ซื้อบอล
Kalau kau cigo ni ya.
พอชีทู
Tenang.
พอชี
Ni mah tu le tak kaya apa lama. Kau dah kuat tak tu.
ไอ้ตะไคร้ว่าก่อนเล่นเนี่ยทูเนาะเนี่ยเรียกว่าเทคลอดยังเนาะฮะเนี่ยเรียกว่าเทคลอดมั้ยฮะล่ำไหนนะล่าคือ
Nak keluar kan ya.
ล่าเดี๋ยวล่าจ่าเอ้พวกนี้เนี่ยว่าลียมั้ย
Nak keluar. Nak keluar kau nak.
เลิกเสกเสมได้ล่ะฮะเสกลำได้ล่ะ
Dah tu lah. Dah cigo.
แล้วเนี่ยมาอย่าทูอย่าเล่นนะอย่าทู
Kau kaya tak ni? Kau gimana? Kau kaya kau gimana?
พอตะไคร้กี่มาดอกกูเอ้เล่รถทู
Eh, no, bel.
ไอ้รถทูเลยถึงมาที่รถทูเนี่ยรถทูไอ้ว่าพอรถละไอ้รถละกระคันเนี่ยเว้ยก่อนกว่าทุบผัดทอดกุ้ยราคาเกมได้ล่ะชิบบัว
Dia boleh ke kuplo ada dah boleh.
ล่ะ
Ada kuplo.
กุ้ยไอ้ยา
Tak kaya macam mana eh?
ชิบบัว
Ah, ya.
ทุเลว่ะทุเลปล่อยอ่ะ
Alah.
ทุเลอีทุเลทู
Kami di bang. Boleh ni bang kono.
ชิบบัวเนาะ
Alah. Kaput. Tak ada. Kaput doa. Kaput doa mo.
ปอรบ่ว่ากลาซีว่ะนะ
Kaput doa kono. Oleh doa dia mai. Kaput doa.
อะเตโครา
Kaput doa. Kau ke tua ni nak.
ว่าเวรคาเดอดื้อคาตี้เวคาดื้อ ใส่บ่ใส่พอ500หรือว่าใส่พอ500ใส่พอ500
It's like we already do. We already do.
ใส่พอ500เลยโอ้ใส่โยผ่านโดมเหรอ
Macam mula kau je jangan.
ใส่โยเนี่ยอักโลเลยมั้ยใส่ผัดโดเลยอักโลไปว่าเลยตาพลังครับเลยตาพลังก็ lên blue 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 gì qua đi bảo vừa lên khó thể này có lên cho khi nào Africa cái cho nó Africa cái cho đấy hay qua Africa cái cho thì vật cái đó F4 F hết rồi mà thì phone này là sẽ vô sao thứ đó có được gì thứ đó F4 F còn cái thơ lớp rồi lên nhà này thứ giờ mà dạ lên Africa cái choเขาเลือกเปลือกไว้อุ้ยอะคอมเมยันเดือดซอยอ่ะยันเดือดซอยอุ้ยต้องไม่กระชอนอ่ะฮะยันเดือดซอยกูอ่ะชอหาเรื่องเยอะแกกลาวะเนี่ยชุบผัดพ่ออ่ะชุบผู้อ่ะชุบผู้อ่ะโอ้ยเยอะแกกลาวะโอ้ยโอ้เลยโอ้ยเยอะแกกลาเนี่ยปะทอจูดูปะเสวเลยทอจูดูเลยจูเลชิคุยดอโอ้คุยอะคุยชิคุยคุยนาเรศยิคิวเดเด็กที่เราเล่นเราเนี่ยเด็กที่เราเล่นเราเนี่ยว่าเสววันละทอเราวะวันละทอเราเพราะได้ใครคุยอะโคตรลีทอเราได้โคตรลีdạ dạ thứ xe vô đây là quả bê đây là tender đây là quả quê đây là tư nhau gặp tư nhau tu đây là cái lề đây là cái đầu nhau tạ đây là sổ đi wow đây là tu bỏ hoa này à hả thì mò mà quên thì khuôn nổi nào đâu ấy khuôn nổi bòi ta khai này để à bắt xô xô
พี่ทำเนี่ยว่าเซ่พูดดังมาแล้วมั้ย
xe vô mẹ à mẹ do cái liều là nhà mi do sao đi
khi một cái lá là giờ cái đôi đấy là lấy do nó lấy do giờ thì là
đâu có kịp rồi
nó hay bị hạ đâu mà
nó cắt rồi đấy
mà do lấy do đấy nó lấy do thì do cái gì mà không phải cái gì mà
này do việc liều do thế là ta đưa này do việc thế ta đưa do thế là กบาโลกบาโลกบาโลเนี่ยเราไปเจอเลยตาผาพอเนี่ยเลยทีมเลยพวก
จะอยู่ป่าไว้ยังไง
สยดตีเราได้กบาโลเนี่ยมันลงโกยาเราแต่กบาโลเนี่ยทีเลยเราแค่ก็มาเนาะกับปียแค่ก็มาเนาะกับปียดูเขาคนโจวเนาะ
So, I want to start in the middle of the solar system. So, what is the center of the solar system? I'll give you a hint. It's really bright and it's really hot.
The sun.
The sun, that's right, and that's where we're going to start today. So, we only have half of our image.
You
So I'm
will let
gonna
it
spin it around.
แต่เนี่ยผม
This
ไม่
is
รู้หรอก
not
ก
the
บาโลเนี่ย
true color image of the sun. The true color of the sun is white.
ตาเขียนเลย
But
ว่า
this shows temperature differences on the sun. So the darker red spots are cooler spots, and the bright white spots are hotter spots. And the parts that are kind of flaring are called solar flares. And actually, scientists have to keep a careful watch on those solar flares because they mess with things like our cellular reception and things like that. Now, the sun is a gigantic thermonuclear reaction, and that's just scientific talk. We're saying that the two gases that the sun has, hydrogen and helium, react together to create the heat and light that we feel here on Earth.
โอ้โหหมอ
So, what's the first planet in our solar system with M? Who's brave enough? Who's brave? Mercury, that's right. This is Mercury. Now, it looks kind of similar to something else we see in the night sky.
ไม่เอาจะบอกไม่เอาละ
The moon. And we will look
หลั
at
บ
the
ตัด
moon.
ตัดเลือด
This
ลาย
is
ตัดเลือด
Mercury.
เรานะ
But we will look at the moon. Now, it
Kaya
looks
lang.
like the moon because it doesn't have
บอกว่า
an
ในมือ
atmosphere.
แต่ก็แกเรา
So, it doesn't have anything protecting itself from meteorites crashing into its surface, causing the craters that you see. Now, Mercury is 36 million miles away from the sun. It is the first
Mercury,
planet in our
wow,
solar
that's
system. Raise your hand if you think it's going to be hot on Mercury, since it's the first
ปุ่ม
one.
มาคิวรีตัดเลือด
Raise your hand if you
ตั
think
ด
it's
ปุ่ม
going to be cold. Raise your hand if you don't know, but you want to find out. Yeah. So I've tricked you. It's actually both. So because Mercury does not have an atmosphere, it gets really hot in the day, about 800 degrees. But then, because of that lack of atmosphere, all of that heat dissipates into space, and it gets down to about negative 201 degrees. So not a good place to be living. What's the second planet in our solar system? It starts with a V. I heard it. Venus. That's right. Now this also isn't a
ตัด
true
เลือด
color
โจ
image
เลือด
of
กับ
this.
ปลาโลเลือดกับเรา
This shows highlands and
Call it Venus
lowlands.
one.
So the darker spots are lowlands and the brighter spots are highlands. Now Venus is the hottest planet
Call it
in our
Venus
solar
one.
system. And it's because its atmosphere is primarily made out of carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas that's really good at trapping heat. It also is the brightest planet in our solar system. And that's because its atmosphere is primarily made out of sulfuric acid and sulfur dioxide, which make it really, really bright. It also has an atmospheric pressure 92 times that of Earth's, which means if we all dove down into the ocean 3,000 feet down and felt the weight of the ocean on top of us, that's what it feels like to stand on Venus. If you guys want to come in and take a seat, actually that would be great. Yeah, you guys can come in and take a seat or not. Yeah, please. Just so we can keep the door closed. Yeah, of course. So Venus is really hot, really bright,
โอ้ยนะเว้ยนะ
and it's really
What a
not a
move.
good place to live in terms of the atmosphere.
Tabi lah Venus
We would not
kurang.
survive. So what's the next planet? We're pretty familiar with it. Yeah, we're living on it. And I like to show this data set because it shows the night and day sides. Earth is the only planet that has liquid water. We are also the exact correct distance away from the sun to not be too hot, to not be too cold. We call that the Goldilocks area. We are in the Goldilocks area. We are very lucky to have a good atmosphere, to have liquid water to sustain humans and plants and animals, and an atmosphere that's not crushing us.
แต่ก็คนละ
Now, what are these dots on the dark side?
ตักอีตาบอตักลีตะโกตักลีตักลี
They're not stars.
ตักลี
They're lights. That's right. They're lights. Where
Oh,
lots
pag
of people
higit yan,
live.
tak
These are
higit lang po,
densely
again.
populated areas where lots of people live. We're going to take a pit stop at the moon.
Oh.
And I like showing the moon because you can see the other side of the moon. Does anyone know why we only see one side of the moon? Or maybe you just learned that we only see one side of the moon.
တကယ်လာမအောင်နော်
So I saw you do it. She was talking about how it spins. That's right. The speed of the moon and the speed at which we spin very, very similar. Which means the moon is tidally locked to us. Meaning we'll only ever see one side. So I really like showing this.
လာပဲဒါ
Showing you that there is another side to the moon.
တက်ခေရတယ်ဘာပဲ
What's
နာ
the next
ပြတ်မ
planet
ပါ
in our solar system? It starts with an M again. Mars. Gosh, I have so many smart scientists in this room. You're right.
Mars.
This is Mars. Now, who knows
Mars,
why Mars? That's a good guess. Someone said not because it's hot. Yeah, I heard it. It's because of iron oxide or rust. So this is one of the reasons why scientists believe that there once was water on Mars. And because of solar winds blowing away its atmosphere, it left those oceans vulnerable to the sun, boiling all of those oceans away. I have two pictures I want to show you on Mars. Let's find them. Right here. So this giant scratch, or so it looks like a giant scratch. There it is. This giant scratch is actually a canyon. It's 2,500 miles wide, meaning if we put that scratch over top the U.S., it would stretch from California all the way to New York. It's 4 miles deep, and this is yet another reason why scientists believe that there once was water on Mars. The other feature I want to show you is the highest point in our solar system. This is Olympus Mons. For reference, our highest point on Earth is what? Mount Everest at 29,000 feet tall. This is our highest point at 88,000 feet tall. What's the next planet in our solar system? It starts with a J. It's really good. Yeah, I heard it. Jupiter, that's right. So before I talk about Jupiter, I want to say the first 4 planets
Jupiter
that we talk about are called terrestrial planets.
Jupiter
Meaning they're made of rock or metal, and we can actually put our feet on those planets. The next planets we talk about are called gas
Jupiter,
planets, meaning they're entirely made of gas and we couldn't actually step on them. So, Jupiter is our biggest planet. It can fit 1,300 Earths inside of Jupiter. And the one thing that I want to talk about is this storm that's really big. Does anyone know what this storm is called? It's very, very scientific. I heard it, the Great Red Spot. Scientists are really clever when they're naming things. The Great Red Spot. This is a storm that's been going on for 325 years. It used to be that we could fit 3 Earths inside of this, and now scientists are hypothesizing that this storm is shrinking, so now only 2 Earths can fit inside of it. Now scientists think that this is shrinking because those stripes you see all over Jupiter that are very well known are called eddies. And those eddies are stripping power away out of the Great Red Spot, making it shrink. And we're going to talk about another storm on Neptune that shrunk so much that it no longer exists. So these storms come and they go. So maybe sometime we will have Jupiter with no red spot. What's next in our line of planets? So to the U. Yeah, Uranus, either of those.
Urinal Virra.
So you might have wondered why. Maybe you guys come in and maybe try to see.
Urinal Virra.
Yeah, thank you.
Kapau niya na.
So you might have been wondering why it's rolling on itself at a 90-degree angle, barreling over itself. This is not a technical issue. This is how Uranus is. Scientists think that something hit into Uranus, causing it to be on its side, and now it's stuck like that. There's no issues with it being like that, other than it has really extreme weather patterns. So if Earth was rolling on itself like a barrel, similarly to Uranus, we'd have way too hot summers and way too cold winters. Does anyone know why Uranus is blue?
Ocean in the ocean.
An ocean.
Oh, because it's frozen, right?
Yeah, Uranus is very far away from the sun, so it does get cold, but that's not why. It's because of gas. Methane gas, if you've heard of methane. Methane is the main component of cow farts. So really Uranus is just a giant blue floating calipar in space. What's the next planet?
Saturn.
No. I missed Saturn.
Yeah.
No, I said anything.
Saturn.
No, I missed it. I'm so sorry. We have to get back. We're actually going to get back in our ship and go back to Saturn because I forgot about poor old Saturn. Okay. Yeah, Saturn actually comes before Uranus. This is my fault. But it's missing something. What is it missing? It's rings, and I'd love to tell you why we don't have our rings. So how our display works, and these 4 projectors that are projecting imaging, we would need something built out here far away to project the rings onto. But to have it be the correct ratio of this Saturn, they need to be 30 feet in each direction. So our room is too big, but also those rings would need to be as thin as a sheet of paper, because that's how thin they really are. So instead of all of that hassle, we just have to pretend that the rings are there. Now, I have 2 to tell you about Saturn. One of them being shape. Does anyone know what shape that is? 6 sides. It's a hexagon. Now this just happened naturally. These wind patterns form this hexagon on their own, and I think that's pretty cool. The other thing I like to talk about with Saturn is that if we found a swimming pool big enough to put Saturn inside, it would float of naming 100 new planets. Because I don't know about you, but I do not want to learn.
Pluto.
We decided to update our criteria. So I'm going to show you the criteria of why Pluto is no longer a planet. 1, it has to orbit a star. Does Pluto orbit a star? No. Is the sun a star? Yes. So it does. It does orbit a star. Now, is Pluto spherical, do you think? Yes. I could put anything up on this and it's spherical because the ball is round. But in real life, Pluto is actually spherical. Now this is where Pluto does not meet the criteria. It needs to be gravitationally dominant to things in its path. And Pluto has a moon called Charon. This is Pluto, this is Charon. And their center of mass